Hello, my beautiful staratlas people. It's me, the MetaVerse Explorer. I'm back. We're going to be talking about staratlas for the next 10 minutes. So thank you as you join me along this really quick update. I'm going to be honest, not much has happened in staratlas in the last week or so. So what do we talk about? Well, there's still lots of stuff to talk about. Obviously, I could make a video on a lot of stuff in staratlas. You know, people are making videos out there. So, there's a lot of things. But there's some things I think you need to know. Okay, so if you've missed some of my videos, I'm going to do a small recap on this. But first off, I did miss the Atlas Brew. Okay, Atlas Brew 114, I think, is a really good, insightful Atlas Brew. You're gonna make one of them, I think you should have made this one or watch it back. Okay, so this is something I'm going to be watching back. It is an hour and 3.5 minutes or something like that, according to Beth or BE. Don't know how to say it still, sorry. But she has given us a 3-minute, it's 1 hour to 3.5 minutes. Sorry, Beth, sorry. Yeah, so she's done a little 3.5 minutes kind of recap, and it's actually very insightful, guys. So I didn't watch it myself, like I said, but I would really highly recommend you go and watch her review, her summary of all of the things they discussed. Now, one key takeaway that I wanted to bring from Beth's discussions and Beth's summary was that the team are aware of all the faction hopping stuff, and their kind of solution was to tax like either a time tax or a monetary tax, times 24 hours. When you withdraw from one, then you can go to another faction, or you got to pay to get out quickly. Yes, that's fine, but it can be gamed. And then I thought, I really like their second idea. Did you guys get their second idea? It was, and if I have this right, this is what they were saying. They want to do an automatic LP redemption as soon as you earn it. So you can't save or bank your LP, you're going to automatically earn it. And you're automatically going to convert that to Atlas at that point in time, no matter what epoch, no matter where it is, etc. I like it, right? Now, there will be problems because the whole idea behind the LP is that you can go and help your faction, right? And then you can make a choice to put that into Atlas, or you can go into the LP store to go and collect other stuff, custom skins or buffs or like discounts or this or that or marketplace fee reduction. All this sort of extra stuff is in the LP store. So obviously you need to accrue some LP before you can go and buy those things. So that won't exist if you automatically convert all of your LP you earn into Atlas. But I'm sure there's a small way around it. Like, let's say 90% of your LP will be auto-converted to Atlas, and you save 10% and that goes into your LP wallet, whatever, and then you can use that to buy the skins. Whatever, there's a way around it, okay? But the whole idea behind automatic redemptions really is powerful because it forces the whales to say, okay, I have to keep playing this because I want an ROI on my game, okay? I want an ROI on my ships that I spent thousands of dollars on. Same here, okay? You and me, we're the same, okay? And they will have to continue playing. And so when they play, they won't have to go and do all this faction hopping. They will set up and kind of go baseline across all factions because it's automatically earned. Now, some factions themselves won't be happy with that because, if they're automatically earning 100 Atlas per whatever, and then all of a sudden a new whale comes into their system, and then the whale comes into the faction, and they start earning 90 or 80 or 70 because it's all auto redemption, right? They won't be happy. But at the same time, who cares? It's the game. That's how it's played. You can't really kind of argue against that, So anyway, that was one thing. I liked it. So Beth, thank you very much for that. Okay, let's move on. I've talked too much already. It's supposed to be 10 minutes. I saw this lovely photo, amazing photo from Tenet. Tenet, your photos are always really good. So well done. And staratlas tweeted this. Everyone knows looking away from an explosion makes you look cool. And this guy, of course, Tenet, always looking away from explosions. You like your explosions, Tenet. So this is him. If you haven't seen him, he has won some of the photographer contests before. And this is him playing. I don't know what this one is. I don't know what that is. Anyway, he reposted. Anyway, let's go and see in the economy brew, they did say there is a town hall coming. Okay, now automatically in staratlas, what does town hall mean? Town hall means they're going to be announcing something. Okay, something is coming out, something is about to come out, etc. Now we already kind of know what's on the horizon a little bit, so I wanted to refresh my memory and went to the staratlas roadmap. Now we can already see this is outdated slightly, I would say. Okay, like look at this. This specific one, classified 3D Sage update. I'm pretty sure that was the UE5 Sage, right? That was the UE5 iteration or fleet command of the Starbase that we're playing right now. So this is no longer classified, right? It's still in works. That's why it's got the purple, as that's the thing. It's in progress. Green is complete. The only thing complete here is the Surge game mode. But you can see here, classified. If I'm right, that's what it was. They need to change that, okay? Starbase, they're saying, is complete. Faction fleet hasn't been deprecated yet. I'm assuming they're still working on it, or they know that they have to do it. They just haven't flicked the switch yet. Sage Combat 2D is still in the works, okay? But my question is, why are they still working on Sage Combat and displaying it in the UI of Starbase when we're going to be moving to UE5, okay? I know the on-chain programs still need to be made. Maybe the current UI we have is the best way to test that at the moment, like from a user perspective, right? But it seems counterintuitive a little bit to work on that when you're going to translate it all here, and you're going to have to make new UI for all of that actions in this little section here. Now the ship conversion program, I think, is going to come, but it has to come later because you actually have to do the crew cards first. We have had the 10-pack crew cards, but we haven't had the official release of all the crew packs and all the millions of crew there are and who's who and what's what, all the factions, kind of the backstory is all AI generated. So the crew cards will come in conjunction with the companion app because there's no point using the crew if you don't have the companion app. They want to bring both of them together, right? Because you can use crew in Starbase right now. Like you can, and when it comes in, you can go and transport them from A to B. That's why the team were working on the new transport values, okay? You see, it's all connecting. It's all connecting. But the team's working on transport values. They know you will be able to use the crew, but the ultimate utility of the crew is in the companion crew app, okay? And let's read what that says. Crew member training. Players can enhance the skills and abilities of their crew members directly through the app, Pepe, okay? Preparing them for challenges within the Staratlas universe. Physical activity rewards. Encourage players to engage in physical activity, linking real-world movement to in-game rewards such as unique items for crew members and fleets. Those unique items would be pretty cool, okay? Hopefully they have rankings as well. And mission completion. The app offers exclusive missions that can be completed for additional rewards, further integrating the player's daily activities with their in-game progress. So that and that are going to come in tandem. But for us to then, and then afterwards is when I think the ship conversion program is going to come, where we're going to hand in one Visa's OPOD and then get one crew, one couple of components, couple of modules, and then the ship hull, for example. Or like the base ship, for example. But you know what that means as well. That means they'll have to create entirely new markets, compounding for every ship on the market, okay? Yes, you'll have this crew and this crew, but then you'll have this size module, right? This size module of this same module. And then, okay, the ship hull. You have the ship hull. A ship hull maybe is the same for each ship, like one ship hull for this, one ship hull for this, one ship hull for this. But all of the extra modules, components, it's like compoundingly difficult. So the team need a lot of work to actually bring that forth, in my mind. Okay. Now, lastly, oh shit, I don't have much time. It's like 1 minute. Lastly, I wanted to touch again. If you haven't seen the small player tutorial, I just watched Beyond the Horizons video as well. So thanks for that shout out. But of course, Victor did most of the work here. So if you're a small player, I'm going to give you very, very quickly, go and look at this. If you have around $200 of current market price value of ships and you are scanning, you are not making any money. You are actually losing money. You are losing at the maximum. The best that you're losing is minus 36% ROI, okay? Now let's go, if you have $500, you are making a little bit of money, but only 21%. And the best configuration for that is rainbow cheese. So you need 4 rainbow cheese to be making 21% return. Everything else is like 11, 10, 7, 7. And then what are you doing at that point, you know? Now let's go down to small plays with about $1,000 scanning only, okay? Let's go to the scan ROI. Rainbow cheese, 8 of them, you're gonna be making 42% ROI. Opal Ray Fams, 32. Thimble Mambas, 30. Mamba's not bad. No, Mamba's not bad at 30. that's 30 and something percent, okay? Let's look at mining. If you've got $200 in your mining at the moment, and let's say the best return is here, ROI. The best return is a negative, my friends, -8. Fimble Lobby with 6.5 ships of Fimble Lobby, 6.5, you get the idea. But still, it's a minus. So if you have $200 of ships mining one specific item, you are losing money, okay? If you have $500 worth of ships, the best one with an ROI of 23, that's behind my stupid face there, is an Armstrong Imp, and you have 1.5 of them, okay? Let's go to mining with 1,000. Of course, the ROI starts going up, 41%, 30% with tips and ERPs. And of course, let's go to crafting. Now remember, crafting, this is good, really good return, really quick turnover, but there is no liquidity, okay? Particle accelerator liquidity is super low, okay? It's crafted way out in medium risk zone, and it doesn't even come to the CSS, okay? What's the point? You're just gonna go and sell it. None of people are gonna buy it from CSS and then take it to somewhere else. So very low liquidity, but the ROI is crazy. You look at that, 5,000 ROI percent, really good. Now that's with that was with crafting with 200 crew members, okay, or $200 worth of crew, which is 23 extra small ships. Then you have $500 worth of crew, okay, worth of ships crew, and then upgrading as well as another loop, and that's it. So there's a lot of nuance in here, but key takeaway, your Solana transactions are eating you, okay? Now, it's 11 minutes, talk fast, let's keep going. The last thing I wanted to touch on is make sure you have gone to update your Sly tool, okay? Why? Because sometimes things stuff up and you should have the latest version, okay? So of course, if you are in Sage, Starbase, sorry, you are likely automating everything. You are 90%, 95% I know you're automating. If you're not, what are you doing here? Right? You're losing valuable time. Go spend it with your kids or go spend it with your partner, you know. I went to a pub today with my partner. So anyway, go and update it. Let's look. So I always try and keep an eye on the Discord, and then I notice like, oh, something's out. I've missed it by 3 days. I should have made this video 3 days ago so you could see. So Sly Assistant 3 days ago has been updated. What is the update? Let's go and see. Oh, this one here. Let's go and see what this is. So implemented logic contributed by Valkynon. Hey, Valkynon from AEP. Hey, man. Shout out to you, Valkynon. Did well, man. To optimize warp routes. Now, I know this is always an issue because sometimes they're like, oh, let's say, look at this. You have something that is 11 warp units away or 11 tiles away, okay? But you can only warp 5 maximum distances. You can only warp 5, 5, 5, 5. That's the maximum warps, okay? Now, instead of doing like a 4, 4, 2, right? It'll do like 5, 5, 1, right? You see how that works? So you've wasted a whole warp on just one small tile. So I'm hoping that's what they're doing here, where they've optimized warp routes, okay? And also comes into the next one. Added global settings to subwarp when travel distance is 1 diagonal square or less, okay? That's very important because otherwise you just starting to warp is a lot more expensive just for 1 square. I'm happy to wait 5 minutes for that 1 subwarp to go through, okay? And 1 subwarp is literally just 5 minutes, give or take, depending on your ship, of course. Added global settings to configure the number of crafting jobs. Now, previously, I think I made the suggestion, or if you could put my name, if that was me, if you got that from me, or if you got it from somewhere else. I went to their Discord and I was like, guys, like 4 slots to craft is great, but most people are actually crafting more than 4 things at once. So that way you can set up your own chain of crafting, because if you know you're going to craft 100 fuel, and you know you're mining 300 hydrogen, you know you can craft that, you can mine that already, and then your crafting is going to keep going. And if you know you can mine 300 in this time, and you can set the number of crew to craft this amount, you can keep it perpetually going. I hope that makes sense. You know how much you're getting, you know how much you're crafting, and when it's going to be finished, and then it just starts re-going again. So you can have multiple layers and layers and layers of Griff's craft, this craft, this craft, this craft, and you can automate all of it if they're all transported to the same place, and you can go and craft like everything that you need to just go and exchange for a max hog, or exchange for a ship, or go and exchange for anything right away. So what they've done here, sorry, I've gone off in a tangent. There was 4 initial lines of crafting jobs you could do. Now I think they've made the option for you to have extra crafting lines available. Great. amazing. Thank you guys so much. There's a bug fix to handle out of sync RPCs, which is sometimes allowing the transports to double load items. That happens to me a lot as well. I'm like, oh man, do I wait another cycle? No, I'm just gonna refresh the page and see what happens. Because when you refresh the page, it reloads the slide tool, and then it knows, oh, there's already the stuff in here. I'm just gonna go now. Instead of like, hey, did I load it? I'm not sure. I'm gonna load it again. Oh, did I load it? I'm not sure. I'm gonna do it again. Don't like it. Implemented logic for transports to error or stop when zero cargo has been loaded. It stops transports on error must be checked. Very nice. And updated the default RPCs. So a small trick, I'm sure you guys know already. There's a document floating around for the slide tool. Okay, it's how to make the best use of it. Maybe I should show you actually. I'm not sure if it's public. I think it is public. Everyone uses it. But yeah, it goes through how to start up a quick node RPC, and I have one running myself, just the free version, because I put all my ships in enough fleet capacity so that I don't exceed the 50 million RPC calls needed per month or something like that. So I'm fine. But there is also a paid version. So anyway, they updated the default RPCs because I think the team has also changed the RPCs, and there were some problems with the providers of the RPCs. But anyway, that's fine, right? Remember, go and update this. Go and update it to the newest version, 6.5. And that's it. That's all I wanted to cover with you guys, okay? Not much is happening in staratlas, just from what I'm seeing at the moment. We're kind of like waiting for something to happen, and so obviously you don't give much time to it. You just set slide tool, leave it in the background, let it mine for you, come back in 3 days, check everything's okay, and that's it. It's not much of a game now, I'm gonna be honest, guys. Is it a game for you? Not really. Is it? No. Just do a few calculations, some working out, maybe sell something here and there. Does it feel like a game to you? Leave me a comment, okay? Does it feel like a game? To me, not really. Not yet, anyway. Maybe in UE5 it'll be a bit nicer. I don't know how I'll run a slide tool, but even though it's just on the blockchain, it doesn't need the UI. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna stop talking now. Goodbye. Have a beautiful. In Australia, it's the long weekend. It's the King's birthday because we're still the Commonwealth, right? We're still part of the Commonwealth. It's the King's birthday. I don't even know. Have a good long weekend, or a normal weekend if you're nowhere but in the Commonwealth. Ciao.